Hello, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel, and welcome to our play-by video of Arkham Horror, the doom that came to Arkham, turn 9. So, what have we got to do? Well, first things first, yes, we've got to go through some errors that were made. Now, the main one was we forgot to give Patrice her clue. We had a gate open, so that means a clue for Patrice. There was another one with Darrell. Darrell was in French Hill, if you remember, and he took on the deep one. We should have actually took a die off him because it was a street location and we have tourists flock to Arkham. But, as was pointed out by Lawrence, he did ask me to use skull crackers, which I forgot to do, so one offsets the other. So that's fine. So in the end he would have rolled the amount of dice that he did roll. Yes, we eventually got the evade and the panic thing sorted out. I went through that last Mythos phase. What else was there? Oh, I think I missed a combat die on Finn as well. It didn't matter because he didn't succeed on any of the two that he did roll and he needed 2 successes. But he was due an extra one due to friendly rivals, so he should have rolled 3 dice. As I say, he wasn't going to use a clue or anything, and he did fail on the 2 that he did roll, so he'd have ended up being chucked through the gate anyway. So I think that is it on the mistakes for last turn. So let's get on with turn 9 and our new first player, who is Daryl Simmons. After a few sessions with the doctor, Darrell felt better, although still not 100%. He still could not believe that he had seen his grandfather, and although not religious, he felt drawn to the church. As Darrell made his way through the French Hill streets, he was jumped by a hideous fish-like being. Wounded, he just managed to fend it off, and once again he used the magical lamp. So, here we are with Darrell. There's only one thing he's going to update, and that's his speed and sneak, so he's putting up that to 5 and 0, so there we go. As mentioned, he's going to head for South Church. Hopefully he is going to be able to bless someone. We will find out when he gets there. So that's it for Darrell. Next up is Finn Edwards. Gripping the derringer, Finn started approaching the fist creature when a new player in the game appeared. It was the reporter, Daryl Simmons, and as Finn approached, Darrell dispatched the monster quickly. Nodding a quick greeting to Darrell, Finn turned towards the old house at the end of the road. There were stories about the place, about a witch and her familiar, a rat-like creature that liked to make off with items. However, the place was currently being patrolled by a strange creature on bat-like wings that flew around the house's peaked gables. Finn walked towards the creature, staring it down as he approached, and the creature returned his stare with its own. Then it swooped down. Finn took aim and fired with the gun, but the creature dodged, picking him up by his collar, and it threw him through the shimmering portal into a library. Finn looked around, grabbing a book at random and opening it. He felt a tremendous weight start to cover him, and he quickly put the book away. "All right," he muttered to himself. "It's time to get out of here." So, upkeep for Finn. Well, he's going to update his lore and luck. He's going to get his lore up as far as he can because we are heading towards a gate. What else is he going to do? Well, he's got Find Gate. So during the movement phase, we're going to attempt to cast that. I think it's movement. Yes, it's the movement phase. That will allow us to exit to Arkham. But he also has the gate box, and that will mean he can exit through any open portal. And he's going to choose the gate at Yahat Nth Lie, where the rat thing is. And hopefully we will close that gate up in Innsmouth, because we don't like gates up in Innsmouth. They are a pain. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. Right, so pretty much that's it. If he doesn't manage to do that, obviously he'll just have to have a usual Great Hall of Celiano encounter. There's nothing we can do. But hopefully he will be able to do that, and we will get back to Innsmouth and be able to shut that gate. That's it for Finn. Next up, we have Agnes Baker. Oh, not quite yet. It'll soon be Agnes Baker, and nearly forgot we've got to roll for his bank loan. and a 1. So he's got to pay $1. Unfortunate, so he gets $4 change. And now, now it will be Agnes Baker. Agnes had hoped that getting out of Arkham would allow for a bit of quiet in order for her and Thomas to speak of the things that they had seen, to share clues of what was happening, and to perhaps plan a bit of strategy. No such luck. They were no sooner off the bus at Joe's than a cultist loomed up before them. Agnes pulled out her shotgun. No more cultist. Spotting a man she knew, Agnes introduced Thomas to Dr. Vincent Lee, who tut-tutted over her condition and promptly pulled out his medical bag. As he was treating Agnes's bumps and bruises, they spoke of the happenings in Innsmouth, Arkham and Kingsport. Things were worse than Agnes had originally thought. Back to Arkham, Thomas. Thomas nodded his assent. Yes, I think that would be best. Agnes, Dr. Lee piped up, if it is all right with you, can we go back with you? If you can loan me the fare? In exchange, I could teach you a spell that I've picked up. So here we are with Agnes. First thing we're going to do is, as per Vincent's physician ability, we're going to give her another of these stamina tokens. So she's up to 3 now. I'll just do it now while I remember. The other thing we've got to do while I remember is actually roll for her blessing. A 2. Foo. Just. So there we go. She does keep her blessing, thankfully, because we could do with it. So we've done those 2 bits of upkeep. And what about our sliders? Yes, we're going to move her fight and will to 2 and 2. So that's 1 across. That's that there. And we're also going to move her law and luck to 5 and 2. So we'll start moving things up. Especially on her law, we may be trying to close a gate soon. So let's get law as high as possible. Plus, she'll probably be casting a spell or 2. Right, so what's she going to be doing this turn? Well, going to go back to Arkham. So back to the train station, spend $1. In fact, we're going to do a bit of a trade. She's going to give $1 to Vincent. And Vincent is actually going to give her Mists of Relay. So you'll see that coming shortly. So she's now got Mists of Relay, because she's going to move to Arkham, and then she's going to move to the Merchant District Streets, which has got an Elder Thing in it. We want to avoid the Elder Thing. We're going to get rid of the Elder Thing another way. So she's just going to cast Mists of Relay and hopefully give it the slip. Then what we're going to look to do is hopefully we will get rid of the Elder Thing by other means. And then she is going to look to go into the Witch House Gate. She's got 5 clues. So let's get in there. She's blessed. Because we're doing this because Finn isn't going to come out of the Witch House Gate. He's going to come out of the Yahat Nth Lie Gate. So we've still got a gate that needs closing at the Witch House. So that's the plan. Hopefully we will be able to give the Elder Thing the slip. And she will get a clear run at it next turn. Right, so I think that's everything for Agnes. Next up is Patrice. Patrice, still reeling from the blow of the monster, wandered the magic shop hoping to find something useful. She chatted with Miriam, the proprietress of the shop. They made small talk. Patrice invited her to her next concert at the town's theatre. Miriam turned to get her calendar book, and Patrice noticed the dark, dusty tome that Miriam was reading. Her head started to swim, and she clutched the counter to keep her balance. Oh no, Patrice, she thought to herself. No more of these books for me. Patrice was not comfortable with how these dizzy spells were hitting her. She decided to head to the asylum to speak with the doctor there. But first she would stop at the university's science building to see if somebody there could aid her. So here we are with Patrice. She's not going to update any of these, but before I do that, remember I missed her personal story. We actually gave her the clues and everything, but we didn't actually read through it, so let's have a look at it. So it's the critic. Each time Patrice draws a unique item, put a clue token on this card. If there are 2 clue tokens on this card, place Rhythm Restored in play. Remember, we got the Elder Sign and we also got the King in Yellow, so those are the 2 items. So let's have a look at rhythm restored. Rhythm restored. Smiling, Patrice closed her eyes and basked in the music as her bow flew across the strings, unbothered once more. So Patrice just gains 5 clue tokens. We've already given them to her, so fantastic. So that was the personal story that she achieved. Right, we're not moving any of these sliders. I think everything is okay. And yes, that's it. So she's just going to head up to the science building. Hopefully she's going to turn in this gate trophy, get herself 2 clues, and pick up the 2 clues that are actually at the location itself. So that'll be 4 clues. She'll have a load of clues. It'll be a big pot of clues that we can all use. So that is a good plan there from Dave, Patrice's player. Righto, after Patrice, it is Vincent Lee. It had been a long and bumpy bus ride to Innsmouth. The old man had complained all the way to Arkham, then he had snored all the remainder of the journey to Innsmouth. Vincent had gotten off the bus stiff and more than a little grumpy, but bumping into Agnes Baker in the bus station had cheered him up a little. She was in the company of a large man called Thomas, who looked very capable. Vincent was very glad to see that Agnes had somebody with her. That said, she was covered in cuts and bruises. "Just you sit down there a moment, Agnes," said Vincent, getting out his medical bag. So here we are with Vincent. We've briefly gone through the meeting with Agnes before, and he's now got an extra $1, and he's now given her the Mr. Brulee because they traded. And he used his physician to actually put her up a stamina. What I've been missing the last 2 turns is he could have used it on himself, but never mind. So he's now got $3, and there's a reason for that. We are looking to give Patrice $2 at some point. So he is going to follow both Thomas and Agnes on their trip back to Arkham, and he's going to follow them to the Merchant District streets. It is Vincent that is going to take on the Elder Thing. He's not going to move any of this around. He is just going to take, you know, he'll try his best. But if he has to take the sanity damage off the Elder Thing, so be it. He's got plenty. So, and we've got the terrible old man with us, and we should be able to get sanity back. Basically, he's going to cast Wither, which is why... Oh, in fact, I will move focus up. We will fail the sanity test. We'll move his... we'll use his 2 focus to put his fight up a bit, because we want to get a good hit on to the Elder Thing, so we'll do that. Right, so we've moved that up there. That is pretty much it, I think. Nothing else for him to do. No, he's just going to follow Agnes, and he's going to try and kill the Elder Thing. If he manages to kill the Elder Thing, it means it's out of the way for Agnes next turn. She should be able to carry on and get to the Witch House. So that's it for Vincent. Next up is Mike McGlenn. "Finally," said Mike aloud, as the noise across the water died down and the ferry began its slow crossing to the island. Another man walked past, bumping Mike and sending a shiver down his spine. He turned to look at the fellow and rubbed the arm that the stranger bumped into. It was almost chill to the touch, and it hurt. Mike thought to pursue the man, but he wanted to get on the ferry back to Arkham. He had been on this island long enough. He walked towards the dock as the ferry got closer. It seemed to take an impossibly long time. As he crested a hill, there was a loud thump like an implosion of air, and the hair on his neck stood up. Almost right behind him, the wind started to rise, and a flickering but bright light appeared. "Are you serious?" he yelled, the later words trailing away in a muted echo as if yelling down a tunnel. He was sucked into yet another otherworldly portal. Yeah, poor old Mike. Sucked into another gate. Unlucky son. So, what's he going to do? He's going to update his fight and will. So, get it out. Go on. So, he's going to put his fight up to 4 and his will down to 3. So, that's pretty good. Next up, what's he going to do? Well, he's delayed. So, for his movement, all he can do is stand up. Stand up, then he'll have another world encounter at Unknown Kadath. But At least he is in a gate. He should be able to come out. Hopefully Patrice will have a shed load of clues by the time he comes out, and he'll be able to have a great shot at shutting that gate. Remember, he can get his fight all the way up to 6. And hopefully he can do something else, because I've just got to check, but I think we can spend some of these monster trophies right now. So let's have a look. Any investigator may spend 2 gate trophies or 10 toughness worth of monster trophies, or an amalgamation of the two, during the upkeep phase while in another world to remove 1 being of Ib. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to remove the being of Ib that gives the penalty to shut gates. So we will no longer have a -1. Yeah, the horror check's a pain as well, but this one is the real baddie. So we're going to get rid of that being of Ib. He can go back to the box. And that penalty's gone. So what we've got to do is, I think we'll chuck a gate back for 5. And we need to find another 5. So let's get some easy monsters. Cultist, one of them can go back in. Another cultist, that can go back in the bag. So we need another 3. Night Gaunts, that's 4, that'll do. Oh, of course, all the others are 2s, aren't they? So a deep one. Deep ones weren't bad. And one of the cultists. We'll do it that way. So he's putting in 5 toughness worth of monsters and 5 for the Abyss Gate. All those can go back in, and we've got rid of that being of Ib. And we no longer have the -1 penalty on shutting gates. Woohoo! So that's fabulous. Righto. So what we're going to do, that's it. I think that is it for the upkeep phase, totally. Yeah, nothing else to do. So let's get on with the movement phase. And here we are with Darrell. He's going to go 1, 2, and he's going to go to South Church. That's it for his movement. After Darrell, it is Finn Edwards. And here we are with Finn. What's he going to do? Well, he's going to cast Find Gate, is what he's going to do. So here's Find Gate. So as you can see there, if it focuses, it's a sanity cost of 1 with a casting modifier of -1. But we're not going to spend any sanity because he's going to take a big old slug of whiskey before he casts the spell. So you get that back, and he's got 5 lore. He's got +1 lore as a skill, plus the 4 lore already. -1 will be 4. And Finn gets the success that he requires. So that's brilliant. Let's get that out of the way. He has casted Find Gate. He has drunk his whiskey. The next thing that he's going to use is, where I can find out where I've put it. I've put it down somewhere. He's going to use the gate box. So he can come out wherever he wants. And he is going to come out at your hat and fly. So let's get up there and have a look what's facing him. So here's Finn at your hat and fly. There is a rat thing, but as he's just come out of the gate, he doesn't have to face it. So he's not going to. He's going to try and shut the gate first, and then he might not even have to fight it at all, because there's a circle on the gate, there is a circle on the rat thing, and I think there are a couple of things with circles on it, like the crawling one. So let's get rid of them that way, rather than trying to fight them. So that is it for Finn during the movement phase. After him, it is Agnes Baker. And here's Agnes. Agnes is going to spend $1. And she's going to catch the bus back to Arkham. So let's get back to Arkham train station. And here's Agnes up at the train station. And then she's going to go another 2 movement points to the Merchant District, where we have the Elder thing. She's going to cast Mists of Relay. So let's have a quick look at it. Casting modifier is special. So we've got to use the evade amount that is on the monster, which is -2. And that is the modifier we use against our law score. There's no sanity cost, so that's brilliant. And if we pass it, we automatically evade the elder thing. Now, we do have a -1 evade on our beings of Ib. But I'm leaning to thinking that this is a spell. This is a spell to sort of automatically succeed an evade check. It's not an evade check itself. I'm leaning to not using it. Yes, and just using the -2 because that's the figure on there. But I know that'll just cause an outcry. So I'm actually going to use it as -3. However, I still think it is probably -2. But we'll do -3. She's got 6 law because remember she's got Thomas with her. So she'll get 3 dice. 1, 2, 3. And she gets a 6. So she succeeds. She has successfully evaded this monster, which is great stuff. So just exactly what we wanted. And that is it for Agnes. Next up is Patrice. And here we are with Patrice. Apologies for the slight glare. The sun's actually out. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3 into the science building, and she will pick up these 2 clues. That puts her up to 9 clues. 9 clues we can all use, so that is great. After Patrice, it's Vincent Lee. And here we are with Vincent Lee. Now Vincent has got down to the Merchant District streets exactly the same as Agnes has. He spent $1 and he's followed her down there. But he's not going to hide away. He's going to take the elder thing on. So first thing we've got to do is a horror check. He automatically fails, so he loses 2 sanity, but he may get one of those back. So he's lost 2 as it stands at the moment, and he's down to 3 sanity. Next, he's going to combat, and he's got to cast Wither. So his law is 4, and does he get anything from anywhere else? No, he's just got a law of 4, and casting modifier is +0, so he will get 4 dice. And he gets 3 successes, so that's brilliant. He's casted it, that means he gets +3. He's got +2 fight, so that's 5, and he gets +1 fight from the Terrible Old Man, which is 6. This has only got 2 toughness, and it's a +0 on the combat checks. But we do get -1 because we've got tourists flock to Arkham. It's a pain. So it's only 5 dice. Oh, come on, Vinny. Oh. He's going to use his marksman ability. So he can re-roll a combat check. And re-roll a combat check is what he's going to do. Come on, Vincent. Come on. Oh, he's got 6 there. The other 3 missed because I was getting excited. Don't knock the 6 off. Ha 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 ha! It didn't. Brilliant. So we managed to do it. Got 2 6s using his marksman ability. That's fantastic. We got away with that one. Thank God he got marksman. So, fantastic. Goodbye. Now, that is a monster trophy, but he needs 3 to fail his personal story, so he's still got a chance of passing that. We get a monster stand back, so we can have 1 more monster in Arkham. But that is it for Vincent. He has cleared the way. Agnes should be able to easily get to the witch house next turn if we don't have any funky monster movement. What's next? Next is Michael McGlenn. And here's Mike. And Mike just stands up. So that is it for Michael. That is it for the movement phase. Next up is the Arkham encounter phase. And here we are with Darrell. Darrell is going to spend 5 toughness worth of monster trophies. So we've got the skeleton at 2, the deep one at 2, and the rat thing at 1. That is 5. And he is going to bless That's right. He's going to bless Finn. We want that gate shut in. So he's blessed Finn. That's brilliant. That is it for his Arkham encounter phase. After Darrell, it is Finn. So let's get up to your hat and fly. And here we go. It's Finn. And he's going to try and shut this gate, which is a -2 gate to Yuggoth, no less. Okay, but he is blessed. And he's going to try and shut it with his law, which is at 4. He's got +1 law because of a skill, so that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -2, so he's going to get 3 dice. Yeah, so 3 dice. 3 blessed dice. Come on. And he gets a 6. That is good enough by anybody's money. Yuggoth is ours. And that's not all. Shutting the gate gets rid of the rat thing that gets sucked through the gate. Additionally, the crawling one, which was in the Church Green streets, that's a circle. That goes back in the monster bag. And we've got a couple in Arkham as well. The Mygo that was at the Unvisited Isle, that's a circle monster, goes back in the bag. And finally, we had a buyer key in the sky. It is no longer in the sky. It has gone back from whence it came. So we got rid of 4 monsters by closing that gate. That is fabulous. So let's get rid of that gate stand. Not only that, we are going to spend some clues. And, oh, I've got to get a special stand for those, haven't I? He's going to spend 4 of Patrice's clues and 1 of his own. So there we go. So 1 off him, 4 off Patrice, which leaves Patrice with 5. So that's good. And those are the 5 clues that we've spent to seal the gate. We have 4 gates sealed. Brilliant! Brilliant! So, great goal there from Finn. Some good teamwork. Getting him blessed just before he rolled those dice. So, brilliant. Fantastic. Well done, Finn. Right, oh, who is it after Finn? It is Agnes. So, let's get to the Merchant District. And here's Agnes and Vincent. We'll do them at the same time. Vincent will be slightly out of order, but it doesn't matter because they're in the Merchant District streets. They're not going to have any encounters whatsoever. So that's it for Agnes and that's it for Vincent. Next up is Patrice. And here we are with Patrice at the science building. She's going to turn in this Dreamlands gate and get 2 clues for it as per the text here. So she's in a twinkling of an eye, she is back up to 7 clues. That is it for her during the Arkham encounter phase. Next up would be Vincent, but we know he's okay. He's in the streets, won't be having an encounter. And that is it for the Arkham encounter phase, because our final investigator is in an other world. So let's get in the other world encounter phase and meet Mike. And here we are, the Otherworld encounter phase. And it's Mike who's finally stood up. So he wants a red or a yellow. Oh, and we get a yellow straight away. But, no unknown Kadath. You are not safe here, a monster appears. Brilliant. Just what we didn't want. At least he's tooled up. Right, a monster appears. Let's get that bag. He's got the silver key, remember, so if we get anything really horrendous, we'll just give it the slip. But if we get something that's a doddle, a hunting horror. Not exactly what I'd call a doddle. Let's have a look. Magically resistant, that's okay. When it moves, the hunting horror moves to the nearest investigator in a street area or unstable location. Well, that doesn't count because we've been ambushed. So, -1 on the horror check. What's it to sneak by? -3, -4 with the being Vib. You know, this is pretty nasty. you know, and I can't be bothered. I haven't been feeling well. So what we're going to do is we're going to put another stamina token onto the silver key. We're just going to avoid that. Yep, that's how we're going to avoid it. So we've still got a use on the silver key if we need it for an emergency, but let's just avoid that one. It was pretty nasty. Right, so that is it. He's managed to avoid the hunting horror, and he is funky for this turn. Well, as funky as you can be when you have the laugh and chuckle phase coming up. Because yes indeed, that's next. And here we are at the laugh and chuckle phase. So there's nothing for it, so let's get a laugh and chuckle card. Ugh. What have we got? Let's have a look. Local heiress missing. Ooh, a gate burst. But it's alright, it's at the graveyard. We haven't got a gate, we haven't got a seal there, so that's cool. But because it's a gate burst, I think even though we don't burst through a gate, I think that fire vampire will move. We'll sort that out in a minute. Let's get the graveyard sorted. So let's put a monster stand out. We lose this clue where it'll probably end up going somewhere. We'll put that there. And what gate do we get? We get another dimension. Oh, it's only a +0 gate. Don't mind that. And it's a square symbol, so we've got a chance of getting rid of the Hound of Tinderloss as well. That'll do. Right, let's put that there. Let's put this chap on there with 7 on the Doom track. So, not too bad at the moment, but let's keep an eye on it. Put one of those on there. Monster. I get 2 monsters. Put that down there. Our first monster is another Hound of Tinderloss. Damn it! So the last thing we want hanging around, 2 of them, and a Moon Beast. We've seen the Hound of Tinderloss before. I don't think we've seen the Moon Beast. So it'll be -1 to get past because of the being of Ib. Slash monster. Any investigator knocked unconscious or driven insane by a Moon Beast is devoured. Nice. -2 on the horror check because of the being of Ib. Lose 2 sanity. 3 toughness. -2 on the combat and lose 2 stamina if it kicks your ass. So that's a Moon Beast and a Hound of I hate Hounds of Tinderloss. All we need now is square movement, and we've got 2 Hounds of Tinderloss whizzing around. So there's the Moon Beast. We're up to 7 monsters in Arkham. There's the Hound. And I do believe, because it was a gate burst, even though we didn't break the seal, that the fire vampire moves out of the sky. And that's just what we didn't want, because I'm trying to think, is there anybody else who's in a... No. It's going to go in there, isn't it? Which is a real pain. Who's going first next turn? It's Finn. He can't get there. Then it's Agnes. And it's going to be -1 to get past it, because it's at +0. So I think she'll be able to do. She'll be able to use a Mists of Relay again and get past it. And I think Vincent will try and avoid it as well, to be honest. So I think we'll do it that way. And oh no, Vincent's going to have to kill it. Vincent's going to have to kill it because Patrice wants to get up to the Arkham Asylum. So yeah, Agnes is going to have to sort of sneak past it. She can go Miskatonic University, then French Hill, then into the gate. And Vincent can kill it. That still puts him only up at 2 monster trophies, so he's still okay for his personal story. And then Patrice, on her way up to Arkham Asylum, she can get $2 off Vincent, and Vincent can get the Elder Sign off her, I think. I think that's the plan. So, yeah, a bit of a bummer that. Right. Mind you, making all these plans, we haven't even done it all yet. So a clue appears at the unvisited aisle, except it doesn't because there's a gate there, and the Hall School. Let's move that out of the way. Hall School's down here, so that's got a clue in it. Monster movement. We've got hexagons on white. Oh, you see, look at this. We've got a ghoul now. We have got a ghoul now. Oh, we're not going to be able to move out of this street, I don't think. That'll be -4 to sneak past. I don't think she'll be able to do it, Agnes, unfortunately. Oh, what a rotten, bloody, rotten monster movement. Any more hexagon monsters? No. No, no, no. No. What a pig. Slash monster. Oh, now the Moon Beast goes into Rivertown. So that's a laugh. And another slash monster, which is the Night Gaunt. Well, there's nobody in the French Hill Streets, which are adjacent, so it goes to the sky. Look at that. Dead easy to get in there now. Oh, damn. If Patrice didn't have just one sanity, she could just go 1, 2, 3 and go straight in there, and we'd have a chance of winning next turn. Right, that's all the movement, I think. We actually had star movement anyway, so the fire vampire would have moved anyway. So, that is a real pig. Oh, let's check the rifts. Check the rifts, baby. It's this one, I think. Yeah, that one down there. So at least it's a different rift track. And we've got... Oh, that's Congressional Hospital. That goes on there. It's the only one that's easy to tell. Congressional Hospital. Oh, North Point Lighthouse is quite easy as well. But all the rest of them are real pain. Right, so we've put the rift token out. What else do we have to do? We just have to read the card. Local heiress missing. Headline. If any player has Asenath Waite as an ally, no, she's still in the deck. She is returned to the box and a Doom token is added to the Ancient One's Doom track. Well, nobody had her, so there we go. And I don't think we put her to the box because she had to be an ally of a player. It says if any player. Doesn't say anything about her being in the ally deck. So I believe she stays where she is. Excuse me, just edited out a very large sneeze there. Right, yes. From what I can see, yeah, it says if any player has Asenath White. Doesn't say anything about her being actually in the ally deck. So we don't have to discard her, and we don't have to put that Doom token on. So, but that was a monster movement. Really kicked us in the groin. Oh, we do all that messing around to make sure that Agnes can get into the witch house, and now look at it. It's like Grand Monster Central. Oh, damn it. Well, at least Mike will be coming out into a free gate. There is that. You won't have to mess around with monsters. And, oh, you know, if I was playing on my own, I would probably send Patrice into that gate. But, you know, with her elder sign and everything, but, yeah, best not. I don't think any of the others will, and I don't blame them really. That'd just be me being a bit gung-ho. Yeah, we can still kill those monsters at Merchant District. It just means we just lose another turn, I think. It's as simple as that. Or, ooh, oh no, Patrice goes before. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. What we could do is Agnes could kill the ghoul and the fire vampire. And to be honest, I think she'd easily kill them. If she kills them, then Patrice comes past up the Merchant District, hands off the Elder Sign to Vincent, then Vincent can go into the Witch House Gate. Wanted to put Agnes through the gate because of her good law and stuff like that, but I think she's going to have to do the killing. So, because it's one monster, she might have been able to get past, but I don't think she's going to be able to get past that ghoul, not at -3. I think she's just going to have to kill it, kill the fire vampire, and then Patrice can hand off the Elder Sign on her way to Arkham Asylum, and then Vincent can go into the Witch House Gate. I think that's the way we're going to have to do it. Finn's up in Innsmouth, and there's no monsters there now. The only monster that's there now is a ghost, and that's not moving anywhere because it's a yellow border. So he can hoover up clues, he can do what he likes, really. He's got enough money to, even if he loses on his bank loan next term, he has got enough money to get to Falcon Point. So that should be okay, I think. So, and, you know, that's if he doesn't decide to go to Devil Reef. From Devil Reef, he can actually pick up 3 clues. Mike will just carry on travelling through Unknown Kadath, and Darrell will be last player next turn. He can sort of pick up clues or something. I don't know. Or he could bless somebody else, possibly. Has he got... Yes, he's still got a gate trophy. So he could possibly bless Vincent, if Vincent is the guy going to the Witch House Gate. Anyway, yes, apart from a rather annoying set of monster movement, it wasn't too bad that Owen Hounds of Tinderloss. We do not want square monster movement next turn, because that'll just be a real pain. But, yeah, that's it for turn 9. My voice is going again, so I'm going to put a sock in it. To put no finer point in it. Plus the fact, as soon as I've finished up here, done all the editing, done all the messing around, I'm going to have to pack all this away. I'm going to have to take pictures of it all, then I'm all going to have to bag everything that's on each single board. All that palaver is going to be a real laugh. So then set it all up again on Sunday. Lucky old me. I'll probably have a hangover. Fantastic. Anyway, enough of my, first world problems. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the likes, thanks for all the dislikes, thanks for all the help, support, all the subscriptions, all the views. Fantastic, thank you very much. I'd also like to thank everybody who's gone across to Board Game Links to upvote the site, and everybody on BGG who's answered any threads or up-thumbed the videos there or anything. Thank you so much, it is really appreciated. Right, so, oh yeah, if you've noticed any errors, there may be errors. My head is absolutely full of cotton wool and, gunk. So I've caught a few things, but I have a feeling that, obviously, a few others may have, slipped past. My apologies for that, but this was, I did want to get another turn in before I packed it all away. Just, you know, to move the game a bit further along. We're doing pretty well now. We've got 4 gates sealed. We've got Mike in Another World. He should be able to do the 5th gate. We've got plenty of clues thanks to Patrice. We've got an Elder Sign thanks to Patrice. Hopefully we should be able to win this. The only things I can see stabbing us in the back are a gate burst, just happened at the graveyard, except happening on one of our seals. That'll cause us a problem. But other than that, even if we get a load of monster surges, we should be able to carry it off from here. We will see. But as I say, that is all for next time. So I do hope you join me for turn 10. As I say, that'll probably be in a few days' time. Until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.